Yeah, guys, happy week. Happy Monday. We're going to do a reading. I hope everyone is feeling well. Not last week, but the week before, it was like cray town for everybody. We were all feeling all the craziness of the moon and all that. But it seems like it's settling down. So I'm hoping that everyone's feeling a little bit better. We're definitely in a time of newness. Of really moving forward with new projects, new love, new everything. So if you find yourself trying to be reminiscent or trying to fix, really kind of remember that we are in a place of moving forward, really, not moving back. And even if it wasn't perfect in the past, like being able to be okay with that, be like, that was enough. Yeah, so we're on 1/20/2020, which is just a good newness, guys. Okay, let's pick two cards. So go ahead and ask yourself a question. I'm going to pick two cards, and you're going to decide if you're going to go with card number 1 or 2, but let's decide that now. So if not, you'll be cheating. Okay, what's your question? Go ahead. Maybe I should ask a question too. Okay. And are you going to go with card number 1 or card number 2? Okay. Don't second guess yourself. Go with your first choice. All right. Card number 1. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. A change in job or promotion. That's a good card. This is just a future looks bright card that it's a very abundant card. So if you're kind of worried about what's to come, definitely it's a good sign that this is a good future. It's also a reminder to, if you're feeling like you can't trust that, this is also a reminder to watch your lack mentality and make sure that you're having more of an abundant mindset, which I know those are just buzzwords, but abundant mindset, what that means is it's that whole open growth mindset. So really trying to, and I'm going to try to do that for you now, elevating from this negative place and just going up the ladder just a little bit emotionally, and trying to reach for the next possible happy feeling. So that means that if you're feeling depressed, we're not going to ask you to try to reach for happiness. We're just going to ask you to maybe reach for you know what, I'm annoyed. And then from annoyed, you can be you know what, I don't give a shit. And from I don't give a shit, you might move up to you know what, we'll see if anything good can happen. So slowly moving up that ladder of emotion and not necessarily trying to jump from one place to the next. But the idea is that to have this mind that I'm open to moving up, and rather than staying stuck on where I'm at. So this is a growth mindset. I'm open to moving just a little bit more up, and then I'm open to possibilities. So good sign that things are going to work out well, but also if in this scenario that you're asking about, if I could come from a place of there is enough, it's a place of there's a way to figure this out, there's a solution to this, or it's enough, all that kind of stuff. Once you come from this abundant, this more of an open mindset, what is the answer that comes through? So that's what this card is about. Cool. I love Archangel Ariel. So she, some people in the Bible, I think they use Archangel Ariel as male. Wow, what a surprise. But in the metaphysics, she's about the New Age stuff, she's a female. And she's about creativity and messages and really living within our truth. She's throat chakra stuff. And she will help you come up with new ideas and work through you, and it's a really beautiful energy. All right, card number 2. I am going on tangents today, guys. I'm flowing. So card number 2. No, that's not the card. Sorry. Let's go over here. Okay. 7 of Michael. Yeah. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all details. All right, so this is kind of like a scary card. I hate when I get this card. But it's just saying that, this usually scares me because I'm like, oh my gosh, like then I'm choosing the wrong path. Like that's what it feels like, because it's like literally this boy is going down like the wrong path and there's this other path. So I usually like get very discouraged and freak out about this card. But what I have learned is that this is more to me a card of like, don't be so impulsive. This is more to me about like tweaking rather than like, oh my gosh, going on the opposite path. This is more about like finding this middle ground, working with somebody. So like, you know, the best example, since we're on the topic of creating and writing or whatever, but if I'm like writing something, instead of just like throwing it away and being like, oh, this is shit, this sucks, like instead of just kind of going and being like, I'm on the wrong path, it would be more like I bring somebody in, an editor, to help me, to look over it, to tweak it with me, to work on it with me and get like a little deeper into it rather than just like tossing it because it doesn't feel great. This is about like really like digging in to the work and fixing it and like making it like much better rather than just throwing it away completely. So it's not like you have to find a whole other path. This is more about like how can you make this path even better, and typically that means bringing somebody in, bringing in some help. Not just like tossing out the towel all the way, but allowing somebody to come and support you and help you and make this thing that you're doing or this thing that you want even better. And that requires a level of courage. You know, it requires a level of vulnerability. It also requires patience, because I think sometimes it's a lot easier to just like toss something out and do something new by it's almost like easier to just like throw something away and like start fresh. But this is really about like being patient and being a little bit more hardworking to go through it and get it even better. So working alone may not be the best answer. So yeah, hope that helps. All right, guys, that's our reading for today. Hope you're doing well on today's Martin Luther King Day. Such an inspiring day. Just reminds me of like what somebody's vision can create, and that to never take that for granted. Like as hard as it may seem, and always knowing that the visions that we put out, they take a really long time, but with time they come. So yeah, thanks for being here, and I will see you later this week.